3 Chinese nationals have been arrested in the Democratic Republic of Congo, DRC, after they were found in possession of 10 gold bars and about $400,000 in cash on Saturday, January 4th. The gold and cash are alleged to have been illegally acquired. The suspects were arrested after their vehicle was intercepted in South Kivu's Walungu area in eastern DRC, where fighting has raged for years between the Congolese army and rebel groups. South Kivu Governor Jean-Jacques Purusi, who addressed journalists after the suspects' arrests on Saturday, said the gold bars were to be exported through a neighboring country. According to Purusi, a mineral smuggling syndicate, which the suspects are said to be part of, recently illegally exported minerals in the first round without the local government's knowledge. The governor said his office and law enforcement officers relied on intelligence information which revealed that another quantity of minerals was going to be taken out of the same site in Walungu to cross the border, as is often the case. Purusi says there are 17 sites in Walungu area where minerals are illegally obtained and smuggled out of DRC. Authorities said they intercepted a speeding vehicle carrying the 3 Chinese nationals at Mashango village in eastern DRC on Saturday. Governor Purusi said an initial search conducted by law enforcement officers yielded nothing. The law enforcement officers thereafter removed the vehicle seats and found 10 gold bars and $400,000 in cash hidden under the seat compartment. Reports had earlier indicated that 12 gold bars and $800,000 had been found in the vehicle, but on Sunday, the South Kivu Provincial Administration clarified that the correct quantity was 10 gold bars and $400,000 in cash. According to Purusi, the seized gold bars represent about a tenth of the suspect's production. The governor further said he and his team, including South Kivu Provincial Finance Minister Bernard Muhindo, had to conceal their trap because the suspects have connections in high places within leadership circles. Purusi said he publicly announced he was going to Katana town in South Kivu province to visit a family member. According to him, that was a plan to throw the suspects and their accomplices off balance. Purusi added that he and his team thereafter quickly changed direction because if they were not careful, they risked missing the suspects. The governor further said that the gold bars and cash were supposed to be illegally exported out of the DRC on Saturday. The 3 Chinese nationals who are in custody are awaiting court action and could potentially face several years in prison. In December 2024, 17 Chinese nationals were arrested for illegal mining in South Kivu, with area governor Purusi saying the miners owed DRC $10 million in unpaid taxes. 14 out of the 17 miners were, however, freed in unclear circumstances, with Governor Purusi terming their release shocking. DRC, which is rich in minerals including cobalt, copper, tantalum and lithium, is also among top 10 gold producers in Africa. About 70% of all mining in DRC is under Chinese control, with 90% of all mineral exports heading to China.
The Chinese must be feeling that they are the whites of Africa lately, because what do you mean? Chinese people control 70% of all the gold mines in DRC Congo, and still they are stealing. It's giving, at the end of the day, even however much they have and can take freely, they still want to steal the extra. Because now it's giving, if they had a master as well, who was sending them or who employed them to do the job that they are doing in the Democratic Republic of Congo, they wanted to outshine their master to get something for themselves as well. This is very unlikely of DRC to actually capture people in such situations, but looks like Africa is awakening lately, because even the most dumb African presidents, they are trying to do something to stop the theft. I want you to notice when she says in an area where there's so many rebel groups, ladies and gentlemen, I literally have found out this is a strategy that these imperialists, these thieves, they use to cause unsettlement around an area that has minerals. They give that money to who? Fellow black people. And at the end of the day, I will continue blaming a black man because these men, they come with their Chinese money, with their US dollars, and they pay black people to sell out an entire country. Yes, the rebels in those areas where they do these illegal minings, oh, they are not Chinese, they're not white, they are fellow black people. But hey, regardless, they have been caught. We'll have to see it. With the awakening that is happening lately in African countries, DRC Congo, yeah. After suing Apple, now those Chinese are caught and they are brought to the light and they are being imprisonated. We'll have to see it. Because, ladies and gentlemen, if the Democratic Republic of Congo wakes up and it stops anything called mining in their country, I feel like that will be the beginning of Africa becoming actually rich. Because if the entire world of technology, I mean, your iPhones, your Samsungs, your Huawei's, your Tesla robots, your cars, your Benzes, if they are all depending on the Democratic Republic of Congo, you want to tell me everything we have, technology, is depending on the Democratic Republic of Congo? How rich is this country? And how more will Africa become greater when the Democratic Republic of Congo is free from all this using from the whites and the Chinese? Let me know in the comment section what you think.
The world's most valuable company, Apple, is being sued by Democratic Republic of Congo. The tech giant's accused of using illegally mined minerals in products like iPhones sold worldwide. Apple denies the claim. What's behind this legal action? This is Inside Story. Hello again, I'm James Bays. This is one of the most successful consumer products of all time, the Apple iPhone, but now it's at the centre of a lawsuit over some of the materials used to make it. Apple is being sued by Democratic Republic of Congo, or DRC, over claims that it uses illegally mined minerals in iPhones, iPads and other products it sells around the world. The company denies those allegations and said this week it's told suppliers they mustn't use such minerals sourced from the DRC or Rwanda. The DRC's lawyers claim that Apple is complicit in criminal activity by using minerals, quote, pillaged from the DRC and laundered through international supply chains. Years of conflict in mining areas in eastern DRC have led to millions of people being killed or forced to leave their homes. Armed groups have used income from mining to buy weapons and are accused of using children in mines and carrying out human rights abuses. Apple insists in official filings with US authorities it rigorously audits its suppliers and has dropped those who don't comply. So why is this action being taken now and how might it play out? We'll get to those issues with our guests in a moment, but first this report from Katia Lopez-Horoyan.
Mining in the Democratic Republic of Congo is big business. Many of the minerals used to make computers and mobile phones sold around the world are found here. The industry has long been profitable, but also controversial. Now tech giant Apple is part of that controversy. Apple denies the accusations. In a statement, it says, as conflict in the region escalated earlier this year, we notified our suppliers that their smelters and refiners must suspend sourcing tin, tantalum, tungsten, and gold from the DRC and Rwanda.
Now you'll see we don't have anyone representing Apple today on our panel. We reached out to Apple, but they have not responded to us. Let me start with you, Robert. You are the lawyer in this case for the Democratic Republic of Congo. Apple denies all your allegations, but explain to me, why has the country decided to bring this case now?
Well, essentially, Apple's behavior and the activity that Apple engages in is what we allege, funds the rebels inside the Congo. We, on behalf of the government, are looking at the funding of the rebellion that is going on, sponsored by Rwanda. And essentially, the allegation that Apple is in any way unaware would have to mean that a $1 trillion company hasn't bothered to read any UN reports that have come out in the last decade and a half. There is simply the defense of ignorance does not work in this situation. And the government of the Congo, having not been contacted by Apple after we sent letters in April of this year setting out in detail our complaints, felt that there was absolutely no other choice but to open up a large number of legal actions